Hello you beautiful people and welcome to today's video. Today I finally have another sketchbook tour for you. And I don't know if you noticed, but I have a new light setup. And I feel like it's looking a lot better, and yeah, maybe it's gonna save me time for the editing, because I've upgraded to LEDs and they spread the light a lot nicer, and they weren't even that pricey, so I'm happy. So without further ado, this sketchbook took me a little longer because it has a lot of pages. I'm a huge fan of these art creation sketchbooks from Talents, and yeah, they take a lot of mediums pretty fine, and they are not that expensive for the amount of pages they have. So yeah, let's start. So this is a landscape format sketchbook, so I probably have to slide around a bit. I hope that's fine with you. So I started this sketchbook on the 11th of April 2020 and I finished it on the 7th of June 2020, so almost 2 months. So yeah, it's a little welcome page I did with Leslie, Jane and Todd, and this is done in watercolors. This paper is not for layering a lot of watercolors or doing huge wet washes, because the paper is gonna crinkle a bit, but if you do just light color application, you should be fine. So here's Trish in the bar. As you can see here, these were done with Crayola markers, I think, and these are just ballpoint pen sketches, and I put a little bit of watercolor in the background. Yeah, this is also done in watercolors and in felt tip pen. My character Kurt, and he has a problem with shaving, so his boyfriend has to remind him to take care of himself from time to time. And this is him looting some place. The story, he and his daughter and his partner are in, is an apocalyptic story, so they are looting some places that people have left behind. And here he says, Hannes, they still have pickle jars in German, and yeah, they're probably gonna take some pickle jars with them. So my character Tida. Oh yeah, I had a very bad migraine, and like 2 days after the migraine had already gone, I was very dizzy. This is me and my wife. We took a little walk in the sun on that day with our dog, who was not happy about the heat. He has difficulties with heat, so we can't take very long walks, and yeah, he's very tired after a short amount of time in the sun. But he was at the groomer, and his fur is a lot shorter now, so he can take the sun a lot better. So this is just a drawing of a plant, random drawing, my cat Mephisto, and Todd. So this is going to take a while, so you may want to take get a little coffee or a tea or whatever, or a snack. And yeah, so it was a mermaid, and not quite, but it was shortly before mermaid. So I thought I'd draw some creepy sea dweller or lake dweller, and here's a little mermaid design as well, and some cats. It's just very random doodles, to be honest. Here's my character Kine, just some little speech bubbles with things. And here he is again. Here here was me, and I don't know, I was just tired, even though we had like holidays for 4 days off, or I had 4 days off, and yeah, I don't know, I was just very tired. So Kine again, this is just a random person. Here we have my witch Betsy, and I really like this pose and the shading, looks kinda neat. Some random doodles of Todd, Betsy and Trish, and here's Todd, and yeah, it's just a little messy page. It's Trish again, done in colored pencils and a little watercolor on top. I did this, this is Todd, and I did this with the brush pen from Pentel, these sign pens that have the little brush tip, but they are flexible, so I did it with this one. And here's some more done with the brush pen. This is Leslie and some random people with brush pen and watercolors. Here's Kurt again, and here is my warlock Devendra, and he's screaming after his son Valis, and yeah, just was trying to do some actions, but yeah. So, oh god, yeah, I was trying to draw cars, but I just can't get the idea right. I don't know. So another page with some characters, just a random cat girl, and I think these are random characters too. So this is Oswin, and I just did some little style experiments. My wife tends to say they look very similar, but to me they are kind of different, and I'm just experimenting with my style right now. I don't know where I want to go with it. So I mean, I kind of want to go in a mixture of semi-realistic but also cartoony at the same time, and I don't know what I'm doing. So here are some cars and a beer. I don't know if you can see it, the sketches are very light, and Leslie is also there. So okay. This is my demon girl Marta, and on the other side we have my boy Terry. I kind of like that the colors are a bit muddy here. It gives it a kind of uneasy look. Kind of like that for this one. These are done in gouache, and as you can see, gouache has the property to stay on top of paper and not sink in that much. So when you lay a gouache on top of a paper that is not meant for watercolors or stuff, that's usually fine, because as long as the gouache can grip onto the surface of the paper, you can use it just fine. So here we have Viola and Todd and Oswin and Betsy. And yeah, here are some studies from backgrounds I found on Pinterest, and they are done in watercolors, but I'm not too happy with them. I don't know. And my character Daniel, who's a little werewolf. I have so many characters from so many different stories. It's a bit overwhelming at times. Don't know. It's getting more and more. So yeah, I do little the room study here, and this is my cat Mephisto. So we got him a new scratching board that's made out of cardboard, so he can scratch it off and scratch his claws on it. And we put a little catnip on it that came with the board to make the cats familiar to make the cats more familiar with the boards. And we sprinkled it on top, and he was very happy and was laying on it and purring the whole time. So here is my character Lillian and my witch Maya doing a little jog. She's a sporty girl. So, oh yeah, my boy Terry having a little nervous breakdown, like most of us have from time to time. So yeah, here's Trish, and this is Janie, and these two are just random people. I really like to stick a little washi tape on top of the page or on the side when there's a lot of free space. Oh, also a good thing about these lights is the other ones were very bulky and had this huge half ball on top made of metal. Don't know what it's called in English. But so I could never lift up my drawings like this because to show you, because the light would start like down here, and over here it's dark, but the new lights are like so tiny and so bright. I'm so happy. Okay, so we have a snake with ears and some more characters. And yes, just I don't know what to tell you about them, but these are just random characters, but this was supposed to be Kurt, I think. And here we have a selfie of me and some kids and a little dog. Sometimes I just doodle random persons, but for no particular reason. Oh, this is some It fan art. I was trying to design adult Beverly Marsh, and she has a little turtle on her jacket, if you can see. So this is me. Bit nervous, bit stressed, you know. This is a random demon girl, but I really like her design, and this drawing is kind of dynamic, and I like it. So, oh yeah, more fan art. This is Beverly and Ben. I'm struggling on how to draw all the losers, and yeah, I'm planning on doing a second art and books video where I draw fan art for the book I finished and talk about what I liked and what I did not like, and what, you know, my feelings about the book. And once I finally finish reading Stephen King's It, I'm definitely going to make a video, but I don't know if I'm going to draw the losers or Pennywise, so let's see. And I was not feeling well. I guess everyone can relate nowadays. So yeah, this is Sigyn again, defending her husband's actions. Because Thor, I want to say Thor all the time because that's how we pronounce it in German. And yeah, because Thor does a lot of murder and killing as well, which is very random at times. Like, he's just, when he's pissed off with someone, he will probably murder them, just like swing with a hammer and people go bye-bye. So yeah, I found that very interesting. So this is Leslie with a bit of too long hair, also relatable. Random different people again. In here I did some blob drawings, so I did the shape with watercolors and then I filled in these lines with colored pencils. Oh, here's my design for hair, and yeah, she's Loki's daughter, in case you did not know that. And she's a cute girl. She does a lot of things for her dad, and he's kind of a dick to her. So here we have Bastion again, my good old boy, doing some exercise over here. Oh yeah, I one fine day when I'm finished with the patchwork comic, I really wanna, in other projects, I really wanna draw this Edda interpretation that I've in my head. And yeah, I was listening to a lot of audiobooks about Nordic myths in these days, and yeah, I think when I drew this, I listened to the one by Neil Gaiman, and this is Sigyn with her son. Just a second ago, Kit was forced to kill his brother, and he's a wolf now, so that's a thing. And yeah, this is Sigyn, like, prior to when this happens. She's like, "You're not taking my boys, are you?" But of course they do, because they want to punish her husband. So yeah, this is Sigyn and Loki doing the little smooch. And yeah, this is an idea I have how I want to draw Freya. So yeah, I'm planning on maybe using this design. Kind of endearing. I really like her fluffy hair. And yeah, so I don't know how it is where you live, but like in Germany, when you're not living in one of the very big cities, there's no boba tea shops anywhere left since, I don't know, 5 years or so. And I really miss bubble tea. And but we're working our way to make the perfect one at home. So some Tor and Oswin. I used carbon ink for this one. This is Freya and Sigyn. And carbon ink is waterproof, but also rubs off of the paper, so Tor, these pronunciations, has a little bit of carbon ink on his page. So here's the bit of Bastion again with a little cat. And yeah, his boyfriend will probably eat it, because his boyfriend is, it's a long story, but he's kind of a predator. He eats a lot of animals. So okay, let me tell you this little story. So his boyfriend, his then just friend back then, was a vampire, but we have vampires who have like this very dark gray skin, like lilac grayish skin, and they make other vampires that are like them. They are a bit more animal-like, a bit more aggressive than normal vampires. And to make one of their kind, they have to bite a normal vampire. So yeah, and his boyfriend was a normal vampire, and then he was bitten by one of those other vampires, and he slowly turns into one of them. So, but it's fine. It's fine. He's just getting a bit more gray in the face, and getting sharper fangs and stuff, and he's a bit more like aggressive. That's fine. Ban, by the way, is one of those vampires, and he and his brother Radu get Joshua, who is Bastian's boyfriend. It's a long story, okay. So, here we have Sigyn and Loki again, and Loki and Thor, so more of those. This is Thor's wife Sif and Sigyn. And Sigyn is just a small round dumb potato sometimes, but she's not dumb, she's just seen as that, I guess. She's not taken seriously a lot of the time. Yeah. Here we have, oh, I forgot to censor that, so here you get a free free glance. If you want to see all the uncensored sketches, you can look at my Patreon, and yeah. So this is Sif and Thor, her husband, and I think they have kind of a good relationship, opposed to someone else with someone else. So this is my elf girl Eleanor, and here's Terry, and this is just random. So Trish, this is my lock picking, seal breaking wizard Laurent, and he's from a whole different story. He's from the story Bastian and Joshua are from. And I think these are just random, but this is definitely Todd, and this is Leslie, his uncle. And yeah, these are just random rules as well. And here's another Todd, and I really like his expression. It's so nice to be able to lift up the book and not go all dark. So this is the werewolf Daniel again, and this is Lily, and here we have Hannes and Kurt, and here is Kurt with his little daughter. So this is definitely more Terry. This is a witch of mine, and this is a character of my wife who's a demon and lives with Terry. Here we have Jane again, and Oswin and Leslie. More of Eleanor, my first elf girl. I love her, she's so soft and cute. I need to change my sitting position. So here I was in between rain showers. I was outside and did some gardening. Here's an older version of Todd next to that sketch. And yeah, a while ago our kitchen sink broke, and we had to had it fixed, and that was quite expensive. And then we thought that our bathroom faucet was faucet, I don't know, this thing was dripping, but I think that back then there was just a bit water under this part, and it was just leaking out, because it has stopped leaking since that day, luckily, so we don't have to have that fixed as well. Oh yeah. Here I was a bit salty because Nintendo was just spamming me with ads for the Switch that I cannot afford, so I was just a bit salty. Here are Janie and Todd. Jane did her own hair. Yes, some random characters. Oh gosh, yes. So after the migraine, and the dizziness, I started to get like intense jaw pains. Like it was very painful to eat and to speak, but they just disappeared, so I was lucky. Here are some Terry sketches and a random chick. Here's more Sigyn and Loki. This sketchbook tour is so long, I'm very sorry. So this is just a little scene I did. My wife's character Els and Balthazar and Frida. So this is Leslie, and this is, my phone was acting up and I gave it to a friend who fixed it, and I had to use my very old Samsung S2 for some time, like 1 or 2 days. It was so old, it was so laggy, so I'm so happy I have my Redmi bag. So this is some sketches of my witch Muriel, who has usually way more curls, but I wanted to draw her with her hair slightly down, like she had straightened it or something. I don't know. So here we have Daniel again and my witch Lillian. I have so many witch characters, I just love making witches. Witches are amazing. So here are Loki and Sigyn again, and here are Loki and Thor, and I pictured this was when before he married her and he was like, she's so cute, but you know, and he's like, you should just ask her for a dance, and then the whole thing started. So oh yeah, this was a very eventful day. You can pause and read it if you like. So yeah, more character sketches of my girl Marta and this random demon girl. And here's Sigyn again. Once again trying to defend her husband, and my kitten Mephisto, who's getting 8 years old. Can you believe that? And this is the middle of the book. I actually counted the pages and made a little mark that this is the middle of the book. So here's my warlock Devendra again, and Witcher warlock, I don't know what to call him. He's a male witch, okay. So this is done with watercolors and fine liners. So here I broke out my magic pen colored pencils from Koh-i-Noor, and yeah, I love to use them for backgrounds, which is Janie, Terry, and this random lady, and two tots. So here is Sigyn again with Tur and baby Fenris. Look at him, so cute, little demon boy. Okay, next one. Here we have Todd and Matt. Probably have done something wrong and are a bit scared. And here's some more Todd and one of my sirens from this universe as well, like mermaid kind of things. And so this is Leslie and this is Janie, and this is me telling myself I need to stop stressing so the pain stops. Yeah. Hannes and Kurt again, and this was my cat acting up because I gave him food he did not like. I'm a bad cat mom. This is Betsy again. Terry with a bit too big of a head. my wife's character Annie, and this was a concept for one of the giants from my Edda interpretation, because in a lot of stories they mention giants who have like 1,000 heads, a lot of heads, and I found this concept kind of cool, kind of creepy, kind of cool. So I drew a giant with a lot of heads on his shoulders. So here's Ellie, Elliot, Tots. Here's Ellie, Kurt's little daughter. And here's Sigyn with Nafi and Vali, her 2 sons she has with Loki. So, more Thor and Sif, and Sigyn and Sif. Like, I wanted to make a little height comparison, and she's a whole head smaller than Sif. I picture Sif like very tall and very slim, and Sigyn is very round and soft and compact and just cute. She's a cute one. So this is just a random page. Like, I did not put much effort into it, but it's fine. So Rosalind, who's Todd's mom, and Finlay, my little leprechaun. Here we have Janie asking for fries, and a little depressed Tolly. So here's more Kurt, and this was one I was speaking about, this vampire species that we have. And this is my witch Sinister, and this is Bran's face, totally out of shape. Like, I don't like how it turned out, so, but it's fine. That's what sketchbooks are for. So here we have Maya, Magere, these 2 are married, and this is Kain, and here's more Hannes and Kurt and Elliot, and this is my boy Bastian again, being the little edge boy he is. And yeah, this was me. Because, like, when you have pets or children, I don't have kids, but I have pets, and my dog does not care how late I was up on Friday, so he's going to have his routine, and he has to pee almost always at the same time, and we have to stand up like 6:30 in the morning every day in the week. Sometimes we can sleep until 7, but that's rare. But it's fine. Like, we knew that when we got animals. So when you get pets, you have to take care of them. So that's just how it is. And this is Bran, and here's my vampire Gabriel and Kain, I think. I don't know, I think this could be Lillian, but her face looks kind of strange. Here's my boy Zentos and Lily again. I know that a lot of my characters have these wavy hairs, and it's kind of horrible to tell them apart. I'm sorry. And these are, I think this is Bastian, this is Random, and this is Gabriel again. So here we have Lucifer, my boy, and Maya again. Here's, I think this is Lily, and it was raining on this Monday. And here are some color pencil sketches of random characters, and I put some watercolors on top and behind them. These are just post sketches, and this is my girl Leonie. I'm so sorry, I have so many characters and you probably can't even remember half of them. I'm very sorry if this is confusing. Yeah. I was not having a great time the last months. And this is Bastian again. His Kurt and his little family. And here's Bastian again. I don't know why this is here. This can go. And yeah. This is Terence, and he's like working very hard because he feels a bit of guilt that his boss has gotten him this job, and he feels so grateful for it. Like, he had a hard time before he got there, and so he's overworking himself from time to time. And yeah, this is his bro from work, and here's Terry again. And this was me, like, when you get older, like past 25, things get down pretty fast. Like, my back was hurting from just sleeping in the wrong position. And yeah, oh, I think this is Bastian again, and I think this could be Daniel again. And I colored in the backgrounds with Posca pens. I think this turned out pretty neat. But yeah, Bran again. I like how his ear looks. And here's my character Tita again. And these are random people. And here's a page full of Trish. Yeah. There's really not much more to say about that. I really like this spread. I find it really, I think the colors work nicely together. Here's Annie and another character of mine, and Bastian again. Here's Todd and Tita and her boyfriend Joseph, who is a character of my wife, like Oswin as well. And here's Leslie. Oh yeah, if you remember, some minutes ago I showed you the sketch of Moria where she had her hair down, and I drew her here with her usual hair. It's way more, has way more volume to it. And this is Joshua, the boyfriend of Bastian. And this was when, oh my god. So I went out with this dog for a walk, and then suddenly he started limping, and I was like, what's happening? He was just like one step behind me, and I was not looking for 1 second, and he stepped on a bumblebee, and it stung or bit him or whatever, and I had to carry him home, and we had to get, we looked at the paw, but there was nothing stuck inside, so we cooled it. This dog though. I mean, I felt very sorry for him because he was like not knowing what's going on, and his paw hurt, and so we cooled it, and he was allowed to lay on the couch and snuggle, and that made it a lot better. So more sketches, surprisingly, in the sketchbook tour. Here's Hannes again, and Kain and Maya, and I kind of like this color combination as well. More OCs. Bran again, Terry again, Sinister. Oh boy. I was trying out a new pen I got from my wife. It's an oil-based colored pencil, and it does not smudge, so that's fun. And oh, there's so many OCs. I don't know what I should tell you about them. I mean, I know what I could tell you about them, but it would be, we would sit here until tomorrow. So this is a demon girl I colored in with watercolors. And these are some sketches I did for designs for Redbubble, and I already finished this one. I need to upload it soon. Here is Joseph and Laurent, and here is Todd again. But again, here you can see the skin color a bit better. This is like, yeah, the shades of these grayish, violet colors they have range from, have different shade ranges. So, but these two are the only ones left of their species until, like he and his brother, until they bite Joshua. And yeah, so here's Leslie again and Janie. Here are just some post studies and some faces. And here's the little cat. And just some more practice. I just really like using these multicolored lead pencils. They are just a lot of fun to draw with. He was in the mood to draw a few anthropomorphic characters, and I know that this one looks like this one cat from Animal Crossing, just with other with another color scheme. But someone else was like, this looks like this cat, which I have forgotten the name of. Here are just more sketches. I don't know. Sometimes I have a hard time getting Todd's face like his age is. Does that make any sense? It does, I guess. So I was trying to draw him at different ages and change his body proportions and face, and I really like how this one turned out. Yeah, these are just doodles, and this is a doodle I did for a YouTube video, like what I wanted to draw with these two colors. That came from this little fella. Yeah, so again, tired. And my wife wrote me a little note. And this is my witch Sinister. And here we have Sigyn trying on modern human clothing, and this is her husband again. Yeah, I swatched a little palette I made out of colors I got that my wife made, and Terry, and a little selfie. And more just random doodles, but I really like how the colors look. And my wife's character Annie, and this is me being very offended that my workday was not over yet. And my character Evie. More Ulysses. And this is just a random elf person. Oh, Eleanor is so cute. I love her so much. Her species has a very close connection with nature, so sometimes when she has like vivid dreams or something like that, and a window is open overnight, a plant may grow into her home, and she has to call her boyfriend, who has to help her cut it back. So that's fun. I don't know why this cactus is called Carl though. And Hannes and Kurt again. Maya and me. And this is, I call it the studio, but it's just really the room where we have our desks in, and my wife makes the paints in. And we rearrange the whole room, or half of the room, and yeah, rearranged some shelves, and it was like filling the whole day with work, but it was worth it. And this, I don't know who this is, but this is definitely Betsy because I wrote it next to it. And here we have my Witchlina, and here is more with the multicolored lead pencils. And here I finally got out my Copic markers again and did a little something with that. And I need to use them more often. You may have seen this video. This is the video before this one. And I did a limited marker palette challenge. And this is the outcome. And these are just some cats. This is Mephisto in our shopping basket. Like, we put it in the hallway and he was like, this is my new bed now. I'm sleeping in this. It's way too small for me, but who cares? And this is a little redesign of an old character of mine called Prescott. Random girl. And the end. So, wow. This tour was very long. I kind of apologize, but also kind of not. Yeah. So, I hope you had fun. I hope you had fun looking at all my OCs, and I don't know, I can't tell the history of every OC I draw every time in every sketchbook tour, I think. I think it's getting kind of old if I do that. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and yeah. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching and making it through this very long video. And we see each other next time. And until we do, please do something that makes you happy. Bye!